Let's move on towards day 2 matchmaking mode. First half, it's going to be GR versus ACT. We're going to be able to see Mercenary, Puppeteer, Anti-Current, and Patient coming out. It's more or less of a very meta team comp right here. Seems like Patient and Puppeteer will be going into permabans, and we're also going to be able to see the instance potential here on towards the Ivy for round 1. Okay, let's move on then. We're going to be able to see Yi going straight for the Patient first, but we have seen how Zeta has countered an Ivy before. All you have to do is to hold your hook and make sure that you stand on the ground. But it seems like for 11 right here, we are going to be able to vault over that window instead. But even without the window vault there as well, seems like we're going to be able to have a 24 stack here on towards the Patient. And Patient, on the other hand, is going to be slowly but surely getting 60 stacks. That's going to be a teleportation over an immediate hit. NIE, very nicely done. But more or less from 11 side, I feel like maybe pulling a hook out from the other side might have been a better idea. Now then, with that in mind, we are still going to be able to catch up here pretty fast, but it's just unfortunate that Ivy got stuck there a little bit. We are still going to be able to get our 48 stacks anyways, but we're not really map controlling. The only issue is the fact that we are not really map controlling right now, which might pose a little bit of an issue. 11 here trying to play as much mind games here as well. We're going to be able to go up the stairs. Ivy's control here just a tiny bit lacking. This seems like our Patient here still doesn't want to pull out a hook just yet. Private right now, it's going to be mainly map control, but that's going to be 40 stacks there immediately as well. Patient still having 3 hooks right here. We want to hook upstairs, but that's kind of just the issue with Patient hooking towards Ivy's face. It's a little bit similar to Acrobat, right? You cannot look at the Hunter, but when you use your items, your field of view, but basically the direction in which you're looking at, kind of gets revealed pretty easily right there. We're going to be able to utilize the artifact nearby as well the second time we leached on towards the Patient, but Patient here is still having 3 hooks, not a single hook here used, and it has barely been 2 minutes in towards the game, but at least it's 2.5 Cypher machines right now. But it also does seem like it might not be enough. We are going to be able to give a no damage rescue here. 11. I felt like we ran towards the Hunter in that case scenario for that. I really feel like we ran towards the Hunter just to utilize that hook for some reason, but I guess we're going to be able to get rid of Mercenary Cypher Machine anyway, so okay then I guess. That was really interesting from 11. I don't think you should have done that though, because like, if you're gonna hook, you might as well run up the stairs by that point and then hook maybe through the window. Well, no, actually, sorry. Ivy doesn't be able to teleport. But like, you might as well just hook somewhere else. Like, you might as well make Merc run that way since Merc has elbow pads. So he can at least be free. And then like, Merc won't get to the situation anyways if Ivy wants to hit Merc. So like, that's kind of interesting. With that in mind, though, we're missing 50% Cypher Machine right now. More or less, the game looks like it's going to be a tie game. We didn't really get that much of a third early fast down, but with Egg here being able to tank at the tension hit, that might just be the issue. Even if you fail rescue here, it doesn't really matter. We didn't get any Revelation. Revelation is the screen, by the way. This is a trace. That's going to be charge attack hit. And Mercenary seems like he will be able to take the fear here. But even with the fear on mind, that's just going to be a quick elbow pad away. Unless, right, you do have Berserker. I don't think much else will matter. And now in this case scenario, the moment 11 vaults over that, it seems like there really isn't anything nearby anymore. 11 needs to do what Hamadu has done before I hold the hook down. Okay, he's going to hook away, which is fine, I guess. So he is going to be able to hook away, which is fine, I guess. And last Cypher, 63% is not bad. Is there anyone decoding the Cypher Machine yet? No, it doesn't seem like there is. Meanwhile, Anti-Current here on the bottom left-hand side of our screen, Psy, already going in for the harass. With that in mind, 11 is going to be able to get blinked down here, but Anti-Current is just a little bit too far away, I feel. No, never mind. We're going to be able to make it towards the chair now. And, but then, like, this... It's one scream sound. What? How did we? Huh? How did we much drop? What? What? How did? Okay. I guess we did. Egg here being able to pop open the Cypher Machine doesn't really matter. We do see as well Puppeteer with that blue light. That blue light, yeah, that blue light is probably, yeah, used for, you know, the immediate puppet use for the 7% movement speed boost to get out of the gate. But it seems like Psycho will become the immediate next chase here with a 54 exit gate opening progress. Right now, we're going to be able to get a teleportation over, but sadly, we don't have our transference of corruption just yet. So right now for Antiquarian, it is going to be a matter of time here. We still do have quite a bit of hooks remaining, but we are going to be able to get the vault over, but that's still a hit down. With that in mind, it's going to be a tie game here. And let's congratulate NIE, honestly, for this tie. Moving on. Okay, on towards the next game. We're going to be able to see our newer hunter here, LXY, coming out from ACT. It's going to be AK, X Meow, GR, and Atskill here with a prisoner pick immediately. It's going to be quite interesting to see with double window speed boost and, of course, double tie turner. Okay, let's move on towards the game now. We're going to be able to see LXY here. Seems like we're going to be looking for the prisoner first, who's going to already run towards the staircases here as well. Staircase is going to be pretty much a very... we're not chasing after prisoner. We're going to change targets here for our gardener. I guess first chase gardener is great. It's going to be strong potential here alongside with Max Berserker and Panic, as we do see on the bed on left hand side of our screen. I mean, I guess this is LXY's kind of first professional game, but even if you do want to chase out the gardener first, that prisoner might just pose a huge threat, especially when first officer cipher can be done so fast. Right, but I guess gardener, you kind of have to rotate from this area because there is a basement nearby and you don't want to be charting basement. Our next nearest pallet area is near this area, and we did get a hit right over the pallet. That's brilliantly done, but missed the dash, so we shadow dance just to miss the dash. That's not the best case scenario there, but with the gardener tie turner here, it's just gonna be a matter of time before blink goes down. We do a blink. We don't have warp for this one, which is great, but LXY here, we are gonna be able to get the blink down anyways, and it's gonna be around 2.5 cipher machine done by the time that we actually get a chair on towards gardener. Like, even with that on mind, right? Yes, the early game might be bad, but I guess it's still a gardener at the end of the day. Preferably here for a gardener, right? You want to get rid of the chairs nearby. You want it down near a deep area, and then you want to get rid of one chair and then down near a deep area, so then you stay on chair for 10% longer. That's what we preferably want to do. But with first officer here hiding pretty well as well, it seems like we're not going to be able to see where first officer is coming from. Should be full chair rescue. Honestly, full chair rescue here probably works the best, but I guess also half chair rescue and then we can go for the full cell probably will do the same thing, honestly. With that in mind, though, there's still a prisoner on the field. We cannot forget about that. We are waiting. This is just going to be a normal rescue, but if it's a no damage rescue, that might hurt quite a bit. Okay, no damage rescue here might actually hurt a lot, because all what it takes here is for prisoner to pop open someone else's cipher machine, and okay, never mind, we're going to be able to get a hit. But even if you do get the hit here, right, X-Meow dying at the corner. Can LXY find out? Okay, we did get the chair. Okay, the chair has been fixed. That's great. The chair has been fixed. That's great, but we're still at the corner. We are still at the corner. I mean, at least you get 10% extra chair time, right? So that means you gain an extra 3 seconds on chair. That's honestly brilliant. You gain an extra 3 seconds on chair right now. Prisoner seems like he's gonna move in for the rescue. I don't think prisoner should be the one that does it, but there is the first officer nearby as well, in which we have to be a little bit careful of. That's going to be the vault over. That's going to be the break on towards the connection. Prisoner should be able to make it in here without worry. I'm more surprised they decided to let prisoner do the rescue instead. It could be because of the electrocute, but pallet, they're broken. Okay, we're going to get ready for endgame. Prisoner is a bit too close for comfort right here on the other side for machines, currently at 60%. We are going to be able to get a hit on the normal rescue, and that's going to be the bubble up just on time. Okay, that's not bad. We probably want to use the prisoner's electrocute to cancel the dash for an extra 8 seconds, but it seems like LXY here did mess up his dashes anyway, so With the blink trade change to teleport, it seems like it will be primed. Okay, seems like the Cypher machine will be primed here with Atta being nearby as well. Getting the prisoner down 96, 97, 98. We are gonna wait. We're gonna wait here. We're gonna wait until we know the Gardener can rotate towards somewhere that's very far away from the exit gate. That's probably gonna be the best case scenario here. That's gonna be normal hit down and a little bit of a normal hit boost alongside with borrowed time. The only big question here. Okay, never mind. You know what? Okay, if we want the chair here, the gate will be open anyway for teleportation, so that's fine. Okay. Okay, overall, it's not the worst. Overall, it's actually fine, but can this be a 3-man escape? I wonder. Prisoner's a little bit far away. There's no dungeon nearby. That's going to be the teleportation out. First officer still having his pocket watch, though, and... right now, Prisoner might not be in the best area. It seems like our opera singer is going to be able to find Prisoner. Can we find Prisoner? We do hear Prisoner. Okay, it's a tie game. Okay, it's a tie game. There's nothing you can do there. There's really nothing you can do there. I mean, Prisoner was pretty far away from the gate anyway, so, you know, oh well. Oh well. But of course, with that down, let's graduate tie game here for LXY. Move on straight towards game 3. Okay, then this is going to be game 2, second half of week 1, day 2, match 1, for IVL. We're going to be able to see NIE coming out as Ivy. Once again, with Instance Attention alongside with Blink from the Survivor side, it seems like we're going to be running maximum of speed boosts here alongside with one tie turner on towards the Mercenary. And then back in towards the game, we're going to be able to get ETN towards Mercenary here, but I mean, from the Survivor's point of view right now, it doesn't really matter if you leave ETN nearby as well, because they just won't decode any of the ciphers. But it seems like right now as well, we're going to be able to see XY here. That should be the first teleportation over. No, we're not going to be teleporting over just yet. Kind of just want to save some I'll save our teleport, I guess, but I think it still would have been just a little bit better to teleport in still. We're going to try to play the red light mind game here, and we didn't really get anything there afterwards, but I guess in this case now it's really just about, can we get a second scream sooner or later? We are not going to be able to get it here, a little bit unfortunate. I mean, that's kind of just the whole spiel about Ivy. It's not, if you, wait, never mind, she still does have heartbeat. Okay, you still do have, okay, never mind, you actually still do have heartbeat when that happens, so that's great. But of course, with that in mind, we're going to be able to get that 100 stack there immediately. Anti-Prayer not being able to do much right now. It's only going to be the spin here we can use from XY side, because even if you are going to be able to, you know, even if you are going to be able to disarm, I guess the only thing is it's going to be pretty hard here to get that first disarm anyways. The moment you look back, it's the old moment that Ivy kind of uses her elevation to cancel it all, so yeah, nothing an anti-current can do. But at least we have consumed already 50% of our spin, so we've been gaining 5% movement speed boost for quite a while now. We definitely could teleport towards the other area, but it seems like we want to blink down here immediately. Sadly, could not get the flip out on time, but overall 2.5 Cypher Machine, 1 minute and 40 seconds in towards the game, not too bad. Usually in my rank matches, if the chair time was this slow, usually right, it should have been like around 3.5 Cypher Machine primed. But of course, with that in mind, not rank game, it's tourney game. We're going to be able to see 11 here locking the Cypher Machine. Pull it back, throw it back here. Could potentially teleport. We do see where Egg is. We're going to be able to not get a Scream on Mercenary. But I guess we are still going to leech. Never mind, no damage rescue once again. Yeah, that's kind of a small issue. If you ban Mercenary, they play first officer, you can't leech them. If you ban first officer, they play Mercenary, you can't do chair camp. So well, you can't win these. Sadly, you really can't win these. It'd be pretty interesting to see if we can actually disarm the Ivy there right after Merc may be able to pad out. But with that in mind, more or less right now, it's 3 Cypher Machines at 50% on average. That's quite a lot, especially against Ivy 2. The Cypher Rush is absolutely insane. So of course, with that in mind, it seems like we're going to be looking at where 11 is. Aeroplane is, we're missing calibration, which isn't the best. Mercenary is still nearby as well. It seems like it's still going to go for a tie game though. Does seem like it's still going to go for a tie game though. So with that in mind, I'm just going to turn that off. With that in mind, We're gonna be waiting for Mercenary right here. Mercenary is going to be able to come in for the rescue. Still last Cypher Machine at 58%, but with that in mind, we need to body block here as much as possible. Then that's going to be the normal. Okay, nice. 4-second disarm for the Antiquarian. But Antiquarian trying to get out of this area as fast as possible, and it seems like we won't be able to body block right there as well. Sorry, that was just my phone ticking. Let me just mute that. But anyways, with the last Cypher Machine there, 58%, seems like the Cheerleader Cypher is going to be finished as well. If you want to chase out their Mercy here, it might be a little bit hard, especially with max presence, but I guess we did manage to get the full presence there anyway, so that didn't matter for Ivy. But of course, from Ivy's point of view here as well, we're just starting almost all new Cypher Machines. We're decoding the 60% Cypher Machine as well, and like, even if you do that, get that teleportation over. Look, the only one who needs to be careful is 11, but even with 11 here, he does have jetpacks to utilize, so that doesn't really matter there. We definitely could play a lot of mind games here still, but with 11's point of view here, we want to get out in towards the Hunter's face as much as possible. But not looking at the Hunter kind of hurts here. We got to use our radar as much as possible to play the mind games. And with that in mind, that's going to be hit right over the pallet. And we do, let me repeat, we do have Tram. It seems like we won't be going for it anymore. But I guess for Mercenaries and Cheerleader, for Mercenary and Aeroplanist right now, we need to be able to find someone to heal us. And there is still a Cheerleader here with almost two pom-poms left on her hands. Second pom-pom is almost recharged, by the way. So that's one of the other issues with survivors who can't regenerate their items. It's the fact that you cannot force them to fully consume their items. They will always have items, which is a bit annoying. But Cheerleader here, we pump on a little bit too slow. We did pump on a little bit too slow right there. So that was more or less of a Cheerleader's fault. And with that in mind, seems like we're still going back for 11 here. Aeroplanist has hover. Okay, I'll replace one jetpack out pretty fast. Honestly, the jetpack out there is good, and you can go over and get rid of the artifacts nearby as well. Just because. It's like a 40-second cooldown on teleportation, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I'm quite sure there was a teleportation on the cooldown, there was a cooldown on teleportation too, so oh well. But it seems like for Nia right now, we're still trying to aim for more. We're going to be able to get the leech there, and we are going to... It's more or less of a long control game right now. Didn't really get anything there. But that's also because we couldn't teleport towards it, so that's a small issue. That's a small issue. Another leech on towards Mercenary. Their Cypher Machines are going to be done soon though. The only issue here is their Cypher Machines are going to be done soon. We teleported just about right, actually. So from the survivor's point of view right now, what we're doing is we're going to keep touching the artifacts as much as possible. As long as we dismantle it, they cannot teleport to you. That's great. That's honestly great. So what does this mean? This means that when there is a hunt, when there is ETA near you, all you need to do is to hold the... All you need to do is to dismantle your shenanigan and then teleport. I guess in a sense, but I mean still. Okay, for egg right now, we're going to be able to get the immediate 60 stack. That's going to be elbow by the way, but it seems like it was a bit too slow here. I mean, like we did, I could see what Mercenary wanted to do there, but a tiny bit too slow. Just a tiny bit too slow. Oh, this is such a long game. Go, come in. To be honest, Cheerleader's name is kind of dog or puppy. I'll just call him Puppy English. It'll be a little bit easier and cuter. Mercenary here, self heal's almost up. He's around 60% heal right now, so you just need to get Cheerleader to go in to do your shenanigans for you. It's 49% on towards the Cheerleader here as well. And we're going to be able to see where Mercenary is here too. Okay, then with that in mind, Cheerleader just has to get away from this area as much as possible. Why? Because Cheerleader needs to wait. Cheerleader needs to drop her fear stacks. She actually needs to drop the fear stacks as soon as possible here. And okay, we're gonna slowly drop it down. That's good. The slow drop down here seems like we're gonna be able to go back in anyways, and that's gonna be 82 stack. That's gonna be a hit down. That's okay. We pop on the Cypher Machine here anyways. There's almost 2 pump ones here on towards the Cheerleader side. Cheerleader pump panning away, and there's going to be another elbow pad here on towards the Mercenary side. Cheerleader here at around 25% fear stack elevation side. That's gonna be teleport over, and that's gonna be the immediate fear down. Okay then, with that in mind, the gate is currently still being open, currently at around 40%. We have around maybe 12 seconds left, with 10, with 9, with 8, with 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay, never mind. We're not decoding. Never mind. I thought we were still. But it's fine because cheerleaders are gonna be able to get up on time, and 11 here. Okay, maybe he doesn't really have any items left, so that's okay, I guess. Also, all we need to do here is sit down as far away from the gate as possible near graveyard and board it up. Okay, we forced a blink out at least. Okay, we forced a blink out at least. GG's. Oh, let's congratulate here ACT for the tie game, because it definitely could have been a 3-1 elimination game, but they just didn't give the hunter any chance. Let's move on straight towards. Okay, let's move back then. It's going to be LXY coming out as Ivy this time. We're going to be able to see double flywheel here with 1 window speed boost. Seems like some of the survivors here like running flywheel against Ivy. We're just going to have to see how the game goes still though. It's going to be tie turning here on heart only, and everyone else decodes pretty fast. We're not going to have a single rescuer here in this game, except for the coordinator. He's going to... Okay, then on towards the game we go. We're going to be able to see Ivy here deleaching. After the deleach, it seems like we're more or less going to be looking for Psycho here. So Psycho first chase, not the best. I mean, the only issue with Psycho is a triple hit. So preferably speaking here, you will want to look for Cordy or even Entomologist if possible. With our Persona side, we didn't really decide to run Hunt. I feel like running Hunt here against Entomologist definitely would work really well, especially with a catch up there as well. But it seems like we're going to be able to get a double hit on towards the bees right here. So, oh well, Ata on the other side seems like he'll be found here as the Entomologist. Entomologist with barely any items remaining here, so this is going to be a really good start for our Ivy. But of course, with 58 stacks on Ivy instead of 60 here, a little bit of an ouchie situation. Going to be able to lock Cordy's Cypher Machine there as well, but I mean, even so, with that on mind, we're not going to be able to get that next elevation scream on towards Ento. But you see, the blink open here is great, right? But once again, even if you do get the blink open, you still need to leech on towards the Entomologist here. Because like, once you get the leech on towards Entomologist, you'll be able to do the elevation scream. Because right now, the elevation scream doesn't do jack is basically dog water. Nothing you can do in this situation. And like, okay, even the Aeroplanist knows this as well, which is why Aeroplanist rotated out. And I guess even with that in mind, we're just going to be more or less pulling of a distance. That's going to be the pallet drop down there immediately, but we didn't flywheel that. We should have been able to flywheel that Entomologist, but we didn't. So, oh well, what can we do? Or maybe we just forgot we got flywheel. But I feel like from Ata's point of view right now, forgetting flywheel is going to be the most deadly thing of it all. Honestly, it probably will be the most deadly thing of it all. With that in mind though, it's going to be around 2.5 Cypher Machine decoding progress done here by the survivor side. It overall is pretty fast. I would dare to say around almost 3 because of that extra 40% Cypher Machine from the graveyard Cypher. But you know, aside from that, it seems like it's going to be a Heart here who's going to come in for the rescue, as Aeroplane is without borrow time. Yes. Gonna wait here a little bit. We're going to have to see. We're going to be able to get a normal hit right there anyways, and that's going to be the immediate rescue there as well. I guess the good part about this is, you know, you do have to kind of look back to predict when Ivy is going to hit you, because if you just got hit there immediately, that would be one of the worst case scenarios for you as well. Going to be able to get the leech here on the next teleportation out. We could be... Okay, never mind. We played that very safe right there from LXY. We did play that really safe from LXY. Kind of had to wait until Entomologist was looking a certain direction, and now second shot on towards Entomologist. Still a gun on the hands of Coordinator, but it seems like we're going to be looking for Psycho here instead. Okay, Psycho, okay. But I feel like for Psycho later on, if she doesn't get chased, she needs to heal Aeroplanist, because Aeroplanist is a little bit of a scary area here. That's going to be a normal hit. Nice. Cordy needs the gun here. That's a very beautiful gun. But even with the gun here, Entomologist can be leeched. Meaning that if Entomologist gets leeched here, that will be a bad sign. Because it will still end up as so we're going to be able to get the leecher anyways. We teleported! Run! LXY! Your max presence! Your max presence is gone now. It's all down to shambles with the psychologist being nearby as well. Who you are? Who do you think you are? The desperation of revelation. But we blink right here. Can we flywheeled it? We did flywheel it. 3, 2, 1, pop. Nice pop. And with that pop there in mind, entomologist cannot be leashed once again. Oh no, you teleported wrong. That's a very nice revelation screen, but you don't have blink remain. There's no blink left. There's really no blink left. Okay, we're gonna go towards the other side of the map right now. We're gonna push our we're gonna put our leash on towards the other side here just to look for entomologists. But even with that in mind, even if you get that there, it seems like for Ivy right now, we're going to play this relatively safe. I say for entomologist here, so Psycho should try and... I'm just thinking here, so the Survivor needs to play a long game here, right? Survivor needs to play a long game here. We do see where entomologist is. We do see Cody's on the other side of the map right now. And we are going to be placing that down here once again. But even if we do place that down, entomologist can just force the gate open. By this point, entomologist can really just force the gate open. She can get rid of the... You can get rid of the artifacts first, but for LXY here, we're looking at Cody. Cody's still with a wand, AK, beautiful flywheel, but okay, never mind. That was a good enough flywheel, but if it wasn't for the wand, he would have been down. We do see the cycle here as well, with the whistle on towards aeroplane. It's 40 seconds left on towards detention, by the way, which means we can start to go for an escort situation here. You know what? We can actually start escorting. We can actually start escorting right now. And psychologists here going towards the other gate to open a gate. Meanwhile, entomologist looking for a chest here as well. Ento just has to be a little bit careful here. Ento needs to get out. Actually, just like go. Meanwhile, I think if we change targets here for Psycho, it's also fine. Okay, changing targets for Psycho, that's 58 stacks. But 58 stacks might just not be enough to stop it all. Are coming in nearby too. Entomologist having a needle. That needle is gonna hurt a lot. Okay, 3 survivors max health. You need aeroplanist to go into rescue, right? Simply because of the fact that Aero has items to get to the words the gate. And right after you get the gate open there, it should be psychologist who needs to be a little bit careful, but that's fine. We got the rescue anyways. With 5 seconds left with like, I don't think Cordy can leave. It'll be really... Oh wait, never mind. Cordy actually can leave. Cordy running for it. We didn't get a scream. Okay, we got the vault. Okay, but Psycho can be leashed here once again. Cordy are running towards the other side right now. Cordy looking for an item right now. There's gonna be an aeroplanist nearby to hover up. Nice hover up. What did Cordy got? Cordy got a doll. Oh, wait a second. Everyone's rushing out right now. Wait a second. Do we see Cordy? We see Cordy with the stacks, but it's not enough. Ivy, did we get it? We did not get a scream. And that's going to be Aeroplanist taking the dungeon. That's a 4-man escape against an Ivy. Let's congratulate Giora here. 4-man escape from the survivor side. Okay, let's move on then. We're going to be able to see Nia here with Instance Detention, Ann with Warp. Survivor side, we're going to be able to see 1 flywheel here alongside with 2 Windows Speed Boost. Lawyer here coming out as well, trying to get a 3-man escape. Let's just see how this game goes, because we need a 4-man elimination or a 4-man escape here from ACT.
赛况解说，各家的求生者对战 ACT 的求生者，由解说童话解说小木为你带来2小时赛况解说。
Red Church, okay. It seems like we have Mercenary who spawned a little bit close by. You can't really actually chase after that Merc. You can chase after Lawyer in the middle if you want to, if you can't find Lawyer. But aside from that, no. It seems like we're gonna look for Antiquarian here. First, Antiquarian should be the one hiding. But I guess Auntie is at a good enough area here anyway, so it doesn't really matter for Auntie. We're going to be able to get Dash. Meanwhile, Anti-Current double back. Instant Detention with Constraint, Panic, and Berserker. Okay, then with that in mind, Warp is ready in 7 seconds. It's really just waiting for the next cache and then Warp. That's honestly what we're waiting here for. But I guess that card did pretty well, because we are going to be able to get a bite on it. But even with the bite here, probably... Okay, that's going to be the work usage there immediately just to get the hit. Okay, so we're going to guarantee the hit here, and then we're going to be able to guarantee the leech on as well. You do see the lawyer nearby, but that's probably not going to be the next best chase for you. That's going to be a cat out. That's going to be a cat up again. Okay, now we're just going to wait it out, because... Okay, we got the pushback at least. But I guess instance kind of does hurt. Okay, nice staunch. But once again, instance kind of does hurt an antiquarian, because like the pushback is like 24% less if I'm not wrong, so that's still quite a bit there. 1/4 of your pushback ability currently being nullified by the what was it called again? Tolerance. But it seems like lawyer cipher machine will be locked. In a nutshell, it will be locked. We're gonna get rid of the cats as well. We're gonna explode the cats too, just so we can get it back for chair camp. For mercenary here, preferably speaking, you want to elbow pad in as fast as you can. Right, and it seems like for NIE as well, he did see where mercenary is coming from. That's gonna be the stun, that's gonna be cat back. We're gonna have the hit here, and with the next stun, it could be a double down. It's not a double down here just yet. I mean, we're not gonna give the double down, so it doesn't really matter. One last, I mean, like the thing here is, right, I feel like for NIE, he doesn't have to do that, and there's two reasons. Reason number one being the fact that, you know, he doesn't have his cat. Like Ann doesn't have his cat, you don't need to bait here. If Ann doesn't have the cat and Antiquarian decides to use her flute, it's a loss for Antiquarian, because like you're still waiting for Titan anyways to end. So like unless you're gonna do a triple stack immediately on towards the Antiquarian and contain after, you know, your shenanigan, your Titan is over, then sure, fair enough. But like in this case scenario, it's really not worth it. It's really not worth it. So like for NIE here, I guess it didn't really make that much of a difference. But like in that case scenario too, we know that 3 flutes has been consumed already, which means that she will only have around 2 left. Right, so only with 2 left here, it's kind of like saying, look, it's only going to be 8 seconds at max. There's no point in you really dodging that. And 8 seconds isn't greater than 20 seconds when it comes to tight turn time too. And you didn't have your cat as well, so it's kind of like, oh well, what are we doing? Realistically speaking, what are we doing? I mean, it doesn't change any difference, but that's kind of just a small precision. It's just some small nitpicking there that we can do. You know, as players too, when you play ranked, this is something you can do too. That's going to be the warp over towards the other side. We're going to be able to find a mercenary here immediately whose footprint is going to be shown here too. We're going to be able to get a jump first, and then that's going to be the desperation. That's a nice stun, but if mercenary has... Okay, never mind. We got the hit. Okay, we got the hit, but with the last 2 cipher machines here, it's still a tie game. Look, it's still a tie game. Like, Anwar Warp guarantees a tie. That's what Anwar Warp does. Anwar Warp guarantees a tie. You could win sometimes, but that's also only when you win with chair camp. Because Ann does have chair camp too, but it just gets nullified by mercenary, which is a tad bit of an issue. With that in mind, that's going to be the cat out here. And with the cat coming out, with the last cipher machine there at 55%, Acrobat will have to take his time to come in. And of course, Lawyer with accelerated decoding will probably only take around 20 seconds to actually finish that 55% cipher machine. So the moment he touches that cipher machine, it probably will be done in 20 or less. Realistically speaking, 11 here wanting to come in for the rescue. Go on the other hand, getting that cipher machine open is currently at 60%, but the cat is going straight towards our Lawyer. Try and play as much mind games here as possible. That's going to be the pallet drop down, and that's going to be the hit over as well. Okay then, overall not too bad, but Ann should be able to get another jump here immediately just to catch up towards the Lawyer with the pallet stair being nearby. Look, Lawyer is going to be able to contain. Lawyer is going to, well, he isn't, sorry. Ann has 2 cats, so Lawyer isn't going to be able to contain here. Even if you get the vault over there, it doesn't really matter. It's just a matter of time is what I would like to say, because you break that pallet, you jump. And you double jumps. So for Lawyer right here, oh no, I don't think you should have hit it there. We bought a little bit more time, I guess. It's going to be Mercenary who's going to come into rescue, question mark. It is going to be Mercenary who comes to rescue. Okay, Mercenary might have a huge chance of getting doubled down because he doesn't have Elbots to come in. That might be his issue here for Mercy. But even with a double down situation, I guess it's bad. It's really bad if that happens, because you don't, like, Acrobat just can't get the cipher machine done. I don't think Acrobat can get the cipher machine done right here. We want to force Mercy with it before have rescue, but he's not falling for it too, so oh well. You want to fall for it before have rescue, eh? But like from the survivor side here, as long as you rescue full chair, the Cypher Machine should be primed. Cypher Machine really should be primed. It's 50% when lawyer's 50% on towards the chair too. That's going to be the cat coming out. We're going to be able to see where Mercenary is. Mercenary seems like he's going to be forced rescue here anyway. He should have jumped over that window. Mercenary there should have jumped over the window there immediately. That's kind of the issue with Merc. I feel like for Merc, we should have jumped over the window there immediately. We're going to get the rescue, but it's going to be 6 seconds on towards the next cat. Cypher Machine might not be enough here. Lawyer has to vault over that to gain move and speed boost. That's what Lawyer has to do. It's okay for us to get a hit right there. Okay, Cypher Machine should be primed. Cypher Machine should be primed right here. Even if you do get the warp, Cypher Machine should be primed. That's gonna be the brought out and the pickup here. Okay, Lawyer, we need to be a little bit closer towards chair. Okay, we're close to chair. Lawyer! Oh, never mind. He's eliminated. Oh, right. After half press. Oh, right. I wasn't focusing on top part, lol. Oops. But that's bad. We were 1 second behind. Yeah, I feel like Mercenary should have jumped over that window. Mercenary really should have just jumped over that window just to buy a little bit more time. He was forced rescue a tad bit too early. Could have been able to jump over the window, maybe drop down the pallet, so then Ann will have a hard time in actually getting that cat, getting the first hit on him anyways. But of course, with Lawyer going down right here, it should be a guaranteed 3-man elimination. 4-man elimination here if we can get the warp over, because Acrobat opens the gate really slow. And Acrobat shouldn't be staying in middle, by the way. Oh wait, never mind. He should be because... Oh no, jump! Acro, jump! Okay, dungeon. Nice 1-man escape. Okay, let's congratulate NIE here for the 3-man mission. Moving on straight to our second half. Okay, let's move on towards the game. Here we go then. We're going to be able to see the second half of game 3. It's going to be LXY here with his Dreamwitch on Patroller. Survivor-wise, we're going to be able to see double flywheel and... It's going to be Novelist here with a suicide bit alongside with Knee Jerk Reflex. And the Demologist did also bring Knee Jerk Reflex 2 here, so we're going to be able to see Using here Harsh with the Tie Turner. Okay, Dreamwitch game. It's gonna be a bit hard to 4K. I'll just say here, it's gonna be a bit hard to 4K, especially with Entomologist as well. Even if you do have Patroller, I feel like Entomologist with the bees can kind of cancel some of that part out with a pushback. We're gonna look for Aeroplanets here first. We're gonna lock Aeroplanets' route. I mean, overall for Aeroplanets, as long as he follows the rule of once you get sandwich, you jetpack away, yeah, you should be fine overall. We're gonna chase after Ento here. Ento can just put bees in between the narrow. Ento can just put bees in between the narrow. Yeah, Ento can just do that. And I mean, like, even for Entomologist right here as well, it seems like Novelist uses storybooks for what? For X-Meow. None of the survivors running are decoding. Lamau. None of the survivors here are decoding. But with the next buy here on towards Entomologist, it seems like we're going to be able to get the window here. And Ento, that's going to be the first hit here register. Thankfully, Dreamwitch's main body was at a relatively good area to lock the window. But once again, LXY putting Dreamwitch putting her main follower a little bit away from the main body. And it's just a matter of time before we can catch up towards Ento. But like the only issue with catching up to Ento here really is you've only one... Oh, never mind. You've leached already. Okay, that's fine then. Okay, if that's the case, that's fine then. Look, if that's the case, that's fine then. Fair enough. What can we do? We just need a sandwicher. LXY just needs a sandwicher. It depends on whether we give the leech away here or not. That's going to be that. We are going to be able to get a change over here, but it seems like that leech wasn't on the right area. Entomologist with no items here remaining, but that's going to be a padded speed boost away too. For LXY streamers right here, I feel like the reaction times are a little bit slow. I do feel like the reaction time is a little bit slow. We're going to be able to get Volder on the hit down. Okay. A bit too slow. A bit too slow here because survivor-wise, they did not decode early game. The only issue here is, right, when the survivors are busy, like Mercenary, okay, we got a deleach bar. We managed to deleach Aeroplanus' follower. And then you basically got 2.5 Cypher Machine done still. That's quite slow. That's not quite. That's quite slow on Dreamwish's side with getting someone down. Like usually, if Dreamwish gets a 90-second down, that's fine. That's fine, right? But then in the case of where survivors really aren't doing anything early game at all, that's pretty slow. And with this in mind, we're just trying to play around for a little bit. We're going to be able to get normal hit here, and Entomologist pulling away. For Ento here, Rebound Kite is going to be really hard because you don't have items. So unless Mercenary decides to bring Entomologist items, then it's not possible for a Rebound Kite containment. And of course, for Novelist right here, he's going to be able to get a Novel soon. But he's going to be the one rescuing. We do have the main leech from LXY pulling out a little bit further. We were going to switch over. Yeah, we're going to have to switch over sooner or later. Trying to just buy a little bit more time. We do have Blink. That's going to be Blink open. Novelist cannot rescue anymore. Okay, so the one who can rescue is Aeroplanist. Great. Great. You know what? No one decodes here. Like, okay, in this case scenario, right, no one should decode. So like both Mercenary and Entomologist and Novelist should meet up, and once they meet up, they need to heal. That's what they have to do. We're gonna be able to leech on towards Mercenary right here. With the Merc Leech, I guess that can do a little bit more of a map control, but like it's around 3.5 Cypher Machine done here, almost 4, let's say. That's gonna be the rescue here. Okay, 4 survivors are half health here. It kind of hurts a lot, by the way. So we gotta be careful on what we do. We gotta be really, really, really careful here on what we do. No flywheel. That's gonna be the normal hit down. And seems like we are going to be able to heal here though. But LXY using Mercenary's leech. We're gonna be able to find where Mercenary is. Cypher Machine wise though. Cypher Machine wise. Like from the survivor's point of view right now, they know they won because their hunter got a 3-1 elimination. So their points are enough. But they still should at least aim for a tie. Honestly, they should still aim for a tie. The 4 Cypher Machines almost about to be done. LXY, we need to, like, in this case now, right, just start map controlling as much as possible and force the survivors not to de-leech. That's the only thing you can do right now. But the Cypher Machines are so spread apart. Cypher Machines are actually so far apart. That is insane right now to me. AK currently near the Cypher Machine graveyard. That's a completely new one. Okay, that's a completely new one. That's no problem at all. None of the survivors here have leeches on them, so I guess Mercenary and Aeroplane needs to meet up on heal. That's going to be an important part of it all. Going to be able to get a blink. With the blink here, seems like we just started healing Mercenary. Okay, not good at all. Mercenary with 2 elbow pads left. Mercenary can get sandwiched here, but at least we know the Aeroplanist can still rescue, okay? As long as we can get one of them healed, that's already good news. That's honestly already good news. We still have Hover on Aeroplanist side right here. Novelist getting rid of, getting away from the area as fast as possible. But then Mercenary does have the leech as well, so we're just gonna have to see how it goes. With this in mind, we went towards the other way. We did a Hover as well, but another Cypher Machine there at 40%. Like for LXY right now, it's just so hard. 4-1 elimination here is pretty hard, especially with the fact that you're doing so much push and pull from the survivor's point of view too. AK trying to open that Cypher Machine. Meanwhile, Mercenary's leech is at 84%. Like when someone is down, it's just too hard. It is really just too hard for Dreamwitch. When you get a 1-man elimination, your leech the deleaching process for survivors just gets sped up so much. So like it's definitely still tieable. We got the blink down here though, thankfully, but we don't have blink on this leech anymore endgame. There's a 31% Cypher Machine on Shock. That's the good news. There is a LXY nearby. And then we also do see as well Xmeow rushing towards this area, which means he's going to be bringing his own leech over here too for Mercenary to decode. Okay, we do see Mercenary decoding. That's great, but we're rescued a bit too early, I feel. Okay, that's be the blink open. Right after the blink open, seems like it's going to be Novelist. Flywheel, waiting. Nice flywheel, and we have a book. Okay, we have a novel. Okay, we have a novel. We have a script. Novelist can change the script. We can maybe go for 3-man escape here, lol, with dungeon, lol. That probably won't be happening. Chances of that are still very low. Honestly, chances of that are still very low for Novelist here, especially with no borrowed time. But at least we don't have detention. At least we don't have... At least Novelist doesn't have borrowed time. Right, so if you can get Novelist down, you can at least 3-man elimination still, but oh well. Honestly, by this point, it's an OL for me as well. We're going to get a deletion here on towards Novelist via the Aeroplanist. Aeroplanist 54% deletion mark. Like, if a survivor deletions for you, it's even faster. We managed to deletion on time. Okay, we managed to deletion on time. Fair enough. We're now healing. Okay, it's such a long push. Okay, now we are healing. Now we are healing, my friends. Now we are healing. But with that in mind, AK is going to be able to get the full heal here. We're going to be able to get leech on straight towards Mercenary. Like, I don't know. I genuinely don't know where LXY could have done better. I don't know where LXY could have done better here. I feel like he'd done everything pitch perfect. Like, I give it a 94 out of 100. I give him a 94 out of 100. You know, I honestly will. I honestly will. But, I mean, from all the Dreamwitch games I've seen, I don't really see that much of an issue from LXY's Dreamwitch. That's going to be hit on towards Mercenary. And it seems like we did get the... okay, no, never mind. I thought we popped open a Cypher Machine, but it was just the other two being healed. But Mercenary's first time on chat without any items kind of does hurt right here. It does kind of hurt right here. Novelist still trying to get rid of that Cypher Machine. Mercenary's Leech is nearby, so... okay, the Cypher Machine is primed. At least the Cypher Machine is primed here. And there's not much you can do. Okay, for Compo Novelist here, we need someone near the exit. Okay, that's gonna be a brilliant flywheel by AK. Nicely done. Nicely done. And I'd say in this case scenario, really, it's just a normal rescue, normal hit. Okay, nice. We hit the Aeroplanist, and then Novelist is near the... okay, we're going to be able to get the hit. We're going to be able to get the pop right down. We realize that someone doesn't have borrowed time here, so we want to get the hit on towards Novelist here as soon as we can before we actually get the out. Novelist here trying to buy as much time as possible. No flywheel left. We're going to be able to get that drop down, but sadly, Blinka's going to be able to counter it anyway, so oh well. Nice. LXY here. 4-1 elimination is a little bit hard. 3-1 elimination guaranteed. It should be guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. Okay, it's not. There's no one near this area. Okay, we're all running towards back door. Okay, we're all going to the back door right now. Lovely stuff. Aeroplane is here getting the gate open. Let's congratulate the tie game here for GR and for GR to win against ACT for their first game today. Let's move on towards match 2 of day 2 with WBG versus Daewoo, if I'm not wrong.